if we already established that the high school teams could potentially beat the WNBA, then you're going to take the WNBA and merge it into the NBA and expect that to be interesting.
Check this out. You wouldn't watch mixed teams play?
Yeah, I would watch mixed teams
I'm about to say,
play.
you wouldn't watch mixed teams play?
But
let's put them all together.
Whoa.
Let's put them all together. Lower.
The problem is you can't lower anything.
No lower. No, what I'm saying is take away some of the NBA games, because that's a whole bunch of NBA games, right?
Okay.
And then like condense the season, and then have some mixed season games where you have like teams integrated with the women.
Because what would happen is you would have to make all these weird rules of women's time on court, women's time with ball in hand, because game getting tight. You go past the old girl on the top of the key, or you go past the Steph Curry.
I want to see how that works.
No, that wouldn't work, bro. That wouldn't work. You would have to have affirmative action for them playing in the game.
But wouldn't it be interesting to see, just like the high school game?
It would be interesting to see It'll be interesting to see just how awkward that player looks by never getting a ball.
And it has to be serious too, because I'm not talking about a pickup game where you just like defer to a woman because you think it's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you're doing the right thing. No, I'm talking about this is stakes on the line.
Exactly. And where how productive do you think she would be on a court full of other men?
I think that's
because you're not going to get one woman on the court more at a time. You're not getting that. You're not going to get like, 2 women and 3 guys on the court. That ain't happening.
You have a lineup with 4 women and 1 guy.
Yeah, that ain't happening. You're gonna get the league minimum. You're gonna get at least 1 female on the court at all times.
League minimum.
Yes. That shit was already.
You get a fucking penalty.
If
you have 5 guys on the court at one time.
Yeah. Yes. And see what I mean? Like it just wouldn't work, bro. So here's the shit. Because if the goal is to make it interesting and to make it entertaining, then I think you owe the consumer the right to at least change things to find something that works. Because if we can acknowledge, like, you need a smaller ball, the 3-point line needs to be closer, the time per quarter needs to be shorter, and I'm quite sure there's a few other rules that I'm missing that differentiates from men's to women.
I just felt like this just happened, like the game just got smaller.
But that's what the game is compared to the men's. Mm-hmm. So why not lower the rim just a tad bit to allow more above the rim action? That will definitely make it more interesting. You would definitely start to get highlights on ESPN. You would definitely start to have your in the paint action, your fast break dunk.
The ball is smaller though.
Correct. It's smaller than the men's ball.
But everything else a woman should be able to do.
What do you mean?
They're saying, like, because I was thinking about that. All that makes sense. Like, I don't see why that wouldn't make sense. But where is it like where is taking a jump shot for a man and putting it in a 10-feet hoop a lot harder for a woman with a smaller ball to do that?
Well, I guess they're saying a strength or
smaller ball.
True.
Only thing we're missing out on is a dunk.
So you're saying if you have the men's 3-point line in the WNBA, they should still be able to hit that with the women's ball. Like, you shouldn't even move that closer.
That ball's small.
I mean, in their defense though, I don't know why the 3-point line I get why the ball has to be small. I don't get why you can't keep the same 3-point line. I don't get why you can't have the same type of minutes for the game. I don't know why. They're not children. I don't know why.
Wait, they don't play the same minutes?
I don't think so.
Each quarter in an NBA game lasts for 12 minutes, making it 48 minutes, and the women is 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
So I don't see why, like, they're adults, they're professionals. I don't see why the time of game can't be the same. I don't see why the 3-point line can't be the same.
I think with the way we can breathe a lot stronger than women, I think I'll win. I don't know what it's called, but we have
you got women fucking triathlons and track stars. I mean, they're professionals, so you are the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
So that will be part of the requirement to get you to that upper barrier, is being able to have that type of win capacity or whatever to run a whole 48 minutes.
The 10 minutes, I don't know. It seems like it makes sense. It's only 2 more minutes.
So
But
hold on.
yeah.
To that point, it's only two more minutes. Why can't they play those 2 more minutes?
Right. And then it's not like in UFC with the fighting, it's not like the women have less time when they fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think the 3-point line could be the same. I think the time can be the same. I don't even think the WNBA players would disagree with that.
But they changed things for the WNBA already, and like to your point, it's still not interesting enough.
And exactly.
There's nothing else to change
except the height of the rim.
And it's like, why not? Since we changed other things, right?
That's
why
really,
not consider?
I think that's really the argument.
It's not been enough. I guess it hasn't been one enough to consider.
Say it again.
That argument hasn't been one enough to your side.
I think
to consider
because
maybe.
I think because like when you see like WNBA players argue that debate, they come out with things like, "Then I'm gonna have to alter my shot because the rim is at a different height." And then when you think about it, you're like, "Oh, okay." But then I sat with that, and I'm like, when I go to the play at Planet Fitness, and when I go to the rim in the neighborhood park, I can guarantee you those rims aren't the same height. When you go to one place to another place, one park to another park, we can all attest going to different parks, and those rims aren't the same.
Yeah, but one is not 10 feet, and the other is 8 feet.
But what I'm saying is you adjust. You can adjust. I don't think.
But not 2 feet.
I don't. Who's saying 2 feet?
What are we saying?
Maybe a foot.
It's not. Those rims are not a foot lower at the park.
You don't know that.
They're not a foot lower.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You
You
don't know that. You don't know that. I've seen some parks, and I've seen some of my homies dunk, and I've seen another parks, and they ain't come close.
Right.
So again,
a foot.
I don't know. I'm not out there with a measuring tape. I'm not out there with a measuring
so that's how you gonna do me. That's how you gonna do me. More than likely, we're talking about a few inches. We are not talking about a foot.
Can we get a half a foot?
6 inches?
6 inches.
That's too much. What are you talking? Let me get something.
I'm just saying.
If that shit is off 6 inches, they call the city, tell the city. Somebody's calling the city like, yo, they gotta fix the rims in the park.
Bro, no, I don't think so.
All right, but a foot, come on, man. A foot?
Maybe a foot is excessive.
Come on, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe a foot is excessive. Maybe it's 6 inches.
So
maybe it's 5 inches. But I'm saying it's worth. And the way you do it is, I don't know if you do.
Hey, bro,
roll out
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that low. Because think about it.
Hold on.
Parks. Hold on, real quick.
Go.
Just real quick.
Go.
Parks are on like a fixed. They have like a fixed iron bar.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure that when they measure that bar and they make that bar, they make it 10 feet.
You assuming?
If they put the rim in the right spot, it's going to be at 10 feet. Now, what you might be talking about is the wear and tear of the rim that might not be fixed. So wherever it can go, like from here to there, and I think a couple of inches is a big deal. That's a big deal.
I don't think you're taking into consideration that all parks aren't built the same.
So where I'm saying this to you, if it was 10 foot, I think that, look, I don't think they did it by mistake and made it. So a 6-inch drop would be here. Look, 6 inches drop. That's what the rim will look like, bro.
But just listen. This is what I'm saying. It will be worth the experiment to drop it to a height where you have the potential for above the rim action, and maybe roll it out during the summer league. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And see how it flows before you try to put it in a professional league. But I think it's worth seeing it in action versus saying, no, that shit won't work.
I get what you're saying. I just need you because I didn't like when I was saying something. You was like, that won't work. So I won't do that. But what I did was I elaborated on it. I need to know how low the rim. That's the way it can make sense.
I don't know.
You gotta give me something.
Because I'm not a professional in that. So I can't say. I'm quite sure somebody already looked at the numbers and say if you lower it 4 inches, that'll give 45% of the WNBA the potential to play above the rim. You feel what I'm saying?
But how do you market that? So you're saying that'll give 45% a chance for the players to play above the rim?
Exactly, opposed to where it is now, and you only have -1% with the ability to play above the rim. But if you lower it 3 inches, you potentially can give 48 to 50% of the players in the WNBA the potential to play above the rim. So I'm not saying it has to drop a whole foot. I'm exaggerating, But I'm pretty sure if we Google hard enough, we can find someone who's already did those type of numbers to see that. I don't think it has to be as drastic as a foot.
Would you say sports is a game of inches?
Yes.
So, you see how dramatic it'd be if you just start changing the size of the hoop?